Imagine your engine computer is trying to solve a math problem, but the numbers just do not add up. That is exactly what is happening with code P0068. It is a correlation fault, meaning your car sensors are disagreeing with each other about how much air is actually entering the engine. Specifically, the computer is looking at data from the mass airflow sensor, the manifold absolute pressure sensor, and the throttle position sensor. If the mass airflow sensor says you are taking in a massive amount of air, but the throttle position sensor reports that the gas pedal is barely pressed, the computer knows something is wrong. It hits the panic button, triggers the check engine light, and often sends the car into a limp mode, where it will barely accelerate. This creates a dangerous dead spot when you try to drive. The symptoms are a rough idle and an engine that feels like it is choking. The most common cause is not actually a bad sensor, but a vacuum leak or a dirty throttle body. Air leaking into the intake manifold behind the sensor tricks the system. To diagnose this, first do a visual inspection of the air intake tube between the air filter and the engine. Make sure it is tight. Next, remove the intake tube and look at the throttle plate. If it is coated in black, greasy sludge, that is coke buildup. It disturbs the airflow. Grab a can of throttle body cleaner and a rag and wipe that plate until it is shiny. If that doesn't work, you need to check for vacuum leaks. With the engine running, carefully spray a little carb cleaner around the intake manifold gaskets. If the engine RPM spikes, you found your leak. Finally, if you need to test the sensors electrically, you will need a multimeter. For the throttle position sensor, you should see a smooth voltage climb from about 0.5 volts at idle to near 5 volts at wide open throttle. If the voltage spikes or drops out, the sensor is bad. For the MAP sensor, you want to see about 4.5 to 5 volts with the key on and engine off, dropping to around 1 volt when the engine is running. Correcting these airflow readings will get your throttle response back to normal and turn that light off.